In this video, we are going to talk about some statistics. So there are some measures of central tendency, meaning what do we think the data is doing? The one that most people know is average or mean. Remember, you take the total of the data divided by the number of data. The median is the physical middle value when arranged in least to greatest order. If there are 10 items, then you would need to look at the 5th and 6th items and average those middle two. The mode is the most frequently occurring value. You may not have any that occur more often than others. Or you might have maybe in a list the number 5 appears 3 times, but so does the number 7. So, it just depends. Mid-range is, range, let's kind of add that, and then that will kind of make sense. If I could write. Range is the largest minus the smallest. So anytime they mention range, it's a comparison of the smallest and the largest. The mid-range is just the average of the smallest and the largest. So you get to add the smallest and largest and then divide by 2. So let's take a look at this data, okay? Now, in order for us to find the mean, that's not a bad one for us to do on our own with a calculator. Remember, it's just going to be the total divided by the number of items. So if we count the list here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 items. So we're going to divide our total by 19. If we total up these items, give me a minute here. If I total them correct, it's a total of 282 divided by 19. And when rounded to the nearest 2 decimal places or hundredth, it would be 0.84. Tenth, 14.8. And nearest whole number would be 15. So you got to look at how they want their answer written, okay? That is something that Desmos can do for you. You type in, or you find the function mean. You list them exactly like they are. And then in the corner, it will give it. You'll notice that we don't need the data in least to greatest order. You just add them up, divide by how many pieces you have, okay? So now we need the data ordered to find these 3 things. So let's do median. Now, if there are 19 things, if you divide 19 in half, half of 19 is 9.5. So find the 9th value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you think about for 19, there are 8 pieces below the 9th value. There are 8 pieces above, or is it 9 pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Below, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay, so let's round that 9.5, because 19 divided by 2 is 9.5. And so round that up to find where your median is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there we go. Because then there would be 9 below it, 9 above it. 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 1 more is 19. Okay. So our median is 15. Now let's look at mode. Now mode is the one that occurs most often in our list. So mode, if we look, 14 appears twice, 15 appears 4 times, 16's twice. So our most occurring value is indeed 15. Mid-range. Now remember, we're going to take the smallest plus the largest divided by 2. So 23 divided by 2 is 11.5. And again, you always look and see how, do they want us to round? Is there any rounding involved? Mean is sensitive to extreme values. Median and mode are not those outliers, okay? So sometimes those extreme values are called outliers. So watch how this 30 will really bump up our average, our mean, but it won't bump up our median and mode. So you'll notice our data is in least to greatest order. Count the number of data pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we look at the fourth and fifth values, the median is the value between 4 and 5, so just 4 plus 5 divided by 2, or 4.5. Mode, the only one that appears most often on our list is 5. So you'll notice both of those values are right around 5. But let's think about our average. So again, we had 8 items, so we have to divide the total by 8. So let me tell you what the total is. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 30 is 57. If we divide that by 8, we get 7.125. So look at 7.125 is larger than every single value except that 30. So it really kind of pushed that value higher. So it is the mean is the one that's sensitive to outliers or extreme values, where the other two are not. The spread of the data can be found with what's called a measure of dispersion. That's range, standard deviation, and those ones, you really much want to use Desmos. Range is just largest minus smallest, so it's going to be easy to do. Standard deviation, I'll show you how to use Desmos. You can find an approximate standard deviation. A standard deviation is just how far away things are spread from the average or from the mean. If you take the range and divide it by 4, that gives you an approximation, but you know, that's not something you can use to find the exact standard deviation. Okay, so let's look at our list here. This is one where we need everything in least to greatest order. So 1, so I've used 1. Let's see what else we got here. Our next largest value is 11, I believe. Do we have any other 11s here? Nope. We got, oh, I missed an 8. Let's throw a little 8 in there. Let's see. So next we got a 12 right here. 13, a 14, we got a 15, a 15, another 15, we got a 16, a 16, a 17, oh, I missed a 15, scooch this little list over. Okay, we got an 18, we got a 19, we got a 20, we got a 21, we got a 22, and I must have missed a 14. Yes, I did, so let's scooch this list over. Not that far. Okay, and then I always count my data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I kind of switched around a 14 and a 15 here, so let me fix that. Okay. So range is just the highest minus the lowest, so 21. Now, the approximate standard deviation would be 21 divided by 4, which is 5.25. Okay. Now, if we want to find the real standard deviation, again, same list, so let me copy this down. Okay. And then, give me a second here, I'm going to write this down. Okay, so let's go into Desmos. And you're going to go to function. You're going to find standard deviation, not with a P, but just standard deviation. A parenthesis comes up. You are going to type out your list, so 1 and commas between the list. 8, 11, 12, 13, 14 appeared twice, 15 appeared 4 times, 16 appeared twice, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, end our parenthesis. Now I always just kind of check, do I have 19 things that I've typed in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I probably did it right. See in the bottom right corner, it says your answer shows up on this side, that 4.810. Let's go ahead and write that back down, 4.810. And then you have to be mindful as to how many places they want you to round it to. If they want 3 decimal places, since this was a 4, it would stay 4.810. 2 decimal places, 4.81. 1 decimal place, and the nearest whole would be 5. Remember, our approximate standard deviation was 5.25, so that is a little bit lower. Data sets can have the same mean, but different standard deviations. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's say you have a list of 4, 5, 6, and 7, okay? The average of those is 22. I'm sorry, divided by 4. The average of those is 5.5, okay? So if we have a list of 5, 5, 6, 6, the mean of that is 5.5, but a very different list. Now, if we go and look at the spread, how far away from the average is it spread? This standard deviation, they are deviated or separated from an average of 5.5 a little more than this. So this should have a higher standard deviation than this. Well, let's check. If we go back to our standard deviation, there's probably a way for me to delete that quicker, but sorry about that. But if you do 4, 5, 6, and 7, our standard deviation is 1.29. If you do the list 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5, 6, 6, look at how much smaller our standard deviation is. The values haven't strayed much from the average of 5.5. Let me go back. Oh, there we go. So this one has sorry, my pen, there we go. This one has a standard deviation of 1.29. They're spread a little bit more. This one doesn't have much spread at all. It only has a standard deviation of 0.577. Same mean, different standard deviation, different spreads. Okay. They can have different means, but the same standard deviation. Now, that's harder for me to just recreate off the top of my head. Well, what that means is if two sets have different means, but they're spread, I think I can do this. Remember that 5, 5, 6, 6 had a mean of 5.5 and a standard deviation of 0.577. I think if we do 10, 10, 11, and 11, I think the mean of that is 10.5, different means, but I think it's going to have the same standard deviation. Let me check. I can't guarantee that my thought is right, but I think 10, 10, 11, 11. Oh, same exact standard deviation. Because their spread from that average is the same. So the same standard deviation. Okay. So that is a little bit about some of those measures of central tendency. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.